Hello everybody, welcome to Cosmic Reflections with Ani Ramla. Today we are going to do spirit-led readings. I hope everyone is holding it together during the early season of the Mercury in retrograde, keeping our emotions in check as much as possible. It is going to be a very emotional retrograde for a lot of us. So meditation and just really trying to stay grounded will be perfect for this time, for the collective. So today we have amethyst, tourmaline, angel quartz. And you can choose from either of the three piles. If you need to pause the video to choose your deck, that is fine. I'm just going to jump right into it. Move these other piles out. So we'll start with the amethyst. All right. Let's see what's going on. We have breathe, Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords in reverse. Both Ace of Cups and Knight of Swords are in reverse. Compassion, and water. I see a lot of blue in here, a lot of water. So basically with the Ace of Cups, I see what's going on. It kind of feels like to me that this is a very emotional period for you for group one, the amethyst stone, and this could be because of the retrograde as well. So a lot of our past traumas and hurts are coming up to the surface in order for us to face them and heal once and for all. So in life, we have these cycles where you'll see repeated patterns, group one. And when these repeated patterns come, it's for a reason. It's for us to rectify what our triggers are and what's going on. So for me, I'm feeling like there's a lot of instability right now, or a lot of loss of faith going on in your journey, and you may be feeling dissatisfied, you may be feeling overwhelmed, you may be feeling emotionally overwhelmed at this time. And I see here the Knight of Swords is in reverse, and you see the man here, so this could have to do with the significant other that is causing this to go on right now, causing some of your emotions to come to the surface. Or it could be some jealousy going on. So this could have to do with a relationship, or it could just have to do with yourself for group one. So there could be people in your life that are deceiving you and leading you in the wrong path. People being harsh with you on your mental, causing your emotions to really just come out and just pour all over the place. Okay, you could be actually doing yourself more harm than good. So this could be you, or this could represent a significant other or people in your life, the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, for me, I'm feeling like it's a mix for this group. So I want to be sure that everyone is, getting a message that is resonating. So this could be either self-destruction, or this can be somebody else that's causing you this emotional distress that you're currently going through. Or it could have to do with the retrograde, so everything just kind of just seems just crazy. Okay, and also the retrograde brings people's other people's issues and traumas to the forefront as well. So you have to remember that. So is this just something that can be that can be you know, turned around and worked on and fixed? Is this just a moment in time? And for me, when I see these other cards, I see the water here, I see compassion, and I see breathe. So for me, it's like Spirit is kind of just wanting you to know it's time to just really just relax and take a breath right now. To just calm down, relax, go into the quiet, and just really meditate as well. I'm feeling like, you know, so whatever that you do to meditate, it can be listening to music, you know, calm music, 432 frequency music, which is what I like to listen to, or Native American flutes. It can be doing, you know, those things, just kind of just taking a step back and just relaxing and just really thinking about, is this, you know, that this is not going to be like this always. This is just a period in time, okay? And with the compassion, I'm picking up, I'm feeling like Spirit is saying you need to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself. You need to find a little bit more understanding with yourself. And you also need, for maybe other people aren't being very compassionate with you, and you need more compassion in your life. So the people that are, maybe if there's jealousy or trouble with another, then, you know, they need to tap into their softer side with you, because you're an emotional wreck right now. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions are all over the place. With the Ace of Cups showing up in reverse. So either you need to start giving yourself a little bit more compassion, you know, and self-love, self-care, or these people, if the other person or the other person or these people, they need to start tapping into their compassion a little bit more and being a little bit easy on you. All right, because when we're in emotional distress, the last thing we need is more triggers to add to that distress. And then you have here the water. So for me, Spirit is it's just like a reminder for you to kind of just trust in the process. All right, because everything doesn't last always, group one. So trust in the process, and know that there's a natural flow to life. So like I was saying in the beginning, with this retrograde, you know, with all these moons and stuff, all these portals opening this year has been a wild ride for a lot of us. So with all these things going on, it's giving us an opportunity to break our old karmic patterns, because I am a firm believer in past lives. And from our past lives, we carry over all of still unfixed traumas, because, you know, a lot of us pass with regret. We pass on to the afterlife with regret, with things that are left undone, and we come back with chances to fix them. So when you see these patterns continue to keep coming up in your life and disrupting you and causing you to go into emotional distress, then it's really, really time for you to say, hey, what am I doing? What can I do differently to make this turn around? Let me just stop and breathe and just relax. And what can I do to make this go a little easier? Okay, and just remember that everybody has things that they're going through. So everybody could be acting wacky, or this could be you self-destructing, as I said. So instead of self-destructing or allowing people to interfere with your emotional state, okay, set some boundaries. That's what I'm getting from Spirit as well. Begin to set some boundaries. All right, and know your worth here. Okay. Understand that when you just relax and let go and stop trying to make things go your way, and you just go with the flow and trust in the universe and know that everything's going to be okay, then things begin to start flowing again for us. All right, group number one. There's a lot of water in this reading for you guys with these cards. So kind of just, it's okay, it'll pass. I see it passing for group one. I kind of see this subsiding within a couple of weeks. If it is yourself, you'll begin to start feeling a little bit better. As the retrograde progresses, we're going to start seeing more things as far as with technology crashing and things like that of that nature. Cars, going, dying for no reason. So it's kind of like this retrograde, because it came right directly after the Scorpio moon. Okay, so for me, when I see this circle here, that also I'm picking up on the Scorpio moon having a lot to do with it as well. So when I see this, it coming right after the Scorpio moon, that was a very, very, very intense moon emotionally, and then it just plowed right into the retrograde. So this caused a lot of people to just turn upside down and just go into emotional overload, okay? But don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck. Know that you are deserving of compassion from other people around you. And if they're not going to give you that compassion, then you need to start putting your boundaries up and protecting yourself, protecting your energy. All right, group number one. If these messages resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel. Okay? Thank you. I'm going to put that over there, pile number one, and we're going to move on to deck number two. And this is the tourmaline pile. All right, group number two, let's see what you got going on here. So we have the tourmaline blade. I carry this with me wherever I go. This is my blade of protection. All right, so we have to the sea. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. The Tower. Nobody likes to get the Tower, but for me, the Tower brings much positivity after you get through the storm. So don't run off, group two. Oh wow, we got the smudging. We got tourmaline stone. Look at that. Look at divinity at work, group two. So you had the tourmaline stone to choose from your pile, and you have that as a card as well, an oracle. That's beautiful. That's one of the things I love about divinity, is that it's so divine, and you can't make this stuff up. All right, and then you have the circle. Wow. So, well, obviously you have a lot going on, group number two. You're in the Tower moment. And it has been a reoccurring theme that keeps popping up within my collective reads. And this is because a lot of people are in their Tower moments. So you have collectively, a lot of people are still in their Tower moments. And Tower moments can last, as I said before, for a couple of weeks, a month, or months. And it's really just until you just say, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm just going to surrender to the universe, because obviously the universe is just putting me out on my ass so that I can get myself together. Okay, for group number two. So that's basically what the Tower is. It's because when we don't want to make changes in our lives, when we get stuck in this comfortability, whether it's good for us or not, but it just feels safe, and we're not moving along on our path the way that it has been intended for us, because things constantly do change, energies do change, but there's always a bigger picture that we all have our own path to follow. And so when we're not moving forward with it on our own, the universe is going to come in and do it for you. And and honestly, sometimes you really don't want it to happen, because it's not going to happen things aren't going to go how you want them at all. It's going to be just chaos, and just, it's going to feel like you've hit rock bottom, basically, like you just got tossed out of your ass onto your ass. Okay, like the rug has just been pulled from under your feet. That's what it's gonna feel like. And it's just like nothing goes your way, with work, with love, everything is just getting all over the place. And that's because the universe had to come in and do your cleanup for you. Okay, and it will. But honestly, this is all about transformation as well. So this is where you're going to learn a lot of life lessons. So this is kind of like, for me, my significant changes in life come about every 19 years. So this can go into the natal chart as well, if you've ever gotten your natal chart done. So basically, the tower, it's like when I forgot what I was saying. I was on a roll too. Spirit was just talking. Let me get back into it. But transformation, basically, so when we begin to learn our lessons, when we're in the tower moment and we're learning our lessons, it's gonna be like that moment in life that you look back on like, wow, I really made it through that. Like, look how far I came. So then when the next challenges come in life, you're going to know exactly what to do, because you got tossed out on your ass, and your world got turned upside down, and it seemed like it lasted forever. But when you look back, that's what when they say, I look back on it now and I just laugh. Okay, so that's what a tower moment is. So don't get discouraged, group 2. All right, you're putting on this brave face. You're trying to act like everything's okay. This is what I'm feeling with the Two of Pentacles here in reverse. Your money may be out of balance. Okay, so it might be more. For me, I feel like Spirit is saying your priorities are just all messed up. So your money is kind of just it's kind of like, for me, I feel like Spirit is saying your money. It's like you can't expand outside of whatever. It's like your money, you get paid or you make your coins, and it goes to the same things over and over. And it's like, when can I save a little bit? Or when can I go out and have some fun? Or, you know what I'm saying? When can I do something different? So it's kind of like you're just like, you're like kind of stuck in this never-ending story, it kind of feels like. And that's what I feel like Spirit's trying to say for this one with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you're trying to convince yourself and other people that everything is okay, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, group 2. It's time for you to really just face it. All right, face your. I'm trying to make sure the cards are showing up the right way. How when I turned them over and revealed them, so people don't get confused. So they'll be like, You know how some people are. But yeah, so Two of Pentacles in reverse, that's what I'm feeling like Spirit is saying. You kind of, you don't have to put on this brave face. You don't have to pretend. You kind of just let go and just surrender. Just surrender, stop fighting it, because the more you fight it, the longer the tower moment is going to last for you. Basically, and that's what I feel like with this going, like, this is to the sea. So even with the oracle, it's kind of like the universe is saying you need to go with the flow. You see all this water here, group 2. So that's flowing and surrendering, allowing your intuition to guide you. Stop trying to feel like you have to control everything. This is going in with the tower, okay? Whether it's relationships or your life. Because it's kind of like when the tower's here too, the universe will block everything that you're trying to do. And you're gonna be like, oh, nothing's going my way, nothing's going my way. Well, let me tell you something, group 2. There's always a higher power at work. Okay, I believe in a higher power. Whatever you believing is fine with me, but as you know, we're all just not here for any reason. Okay, so there's always a higher power, always a higher reason, purpose, bigger picture. So for me, it's like when the universe is continuing to block you and it's like, I can't ever get my way, that's to protect you. Okay, that's to keep you from going down the wrong path. And sometimes people continuously ignore that, and that's where they end up in big trouble. So the universe is trying to protect you when you're getting blocked from every direction. So don't take it personal. All right. And this for me, basically, yeah, this is all just flowing together. And then you have the tourmaline here. You have the tourmaline. So it's kind of like you need to, your root chakra, for me, Spirit is saying your root chakra is blocked here. Your root chakra is blocked. When your root chakra is blocked, you're not grounded. You're not, all of your chakras are blocked. So then it's like you're not receiving information. You're having more paranoia than really listening to your intuition. You got a lot of paranoia going on. You got a lot of resistance. So you really need to begin to protect your energy. Stop worrying about what people think, what other people think. Okay, for group 2. If you use sage, a lot of people, spiritual people do use sage. You can smudge your home, smudge your environment, just cleanse your environment. Whatever you do, people do a whole plethora of things. For me, I smudge, I go to my altar. I talk to my ancestors. I talk to my angels. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you need to do that's going to cleanse your space, your mind, and get rid of this negativity, this negative cloud that you have surrounding yourself, now would be the time for you to do that. And the circle comes to remind you about the circle of life. So this was in reverse, the circle, because this is like the flow. This is going with the cards here. This is like the flow of life and humanity, and it's like when we block it, it's like, for me, with the hand up, that's like, for me, Spirit is saying no. You're like, no, I don't want it to go that way, but you gotta just relax and let that go. And you gotta start to ask yourself, what is it that you really want when it comes out of life, when it comes out of abundance, when it comes out of prosperity, when it comes out of growth? Is it coming from an authentic place? Because when we try to, let's say, when we try to do things how others are doing it, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work out in the same way for you. So honestly, and I always tell this to my clients and to people in general, wherever I can, that self is key. So when you see these people that have made a difference in the world and have pushed humanity forward, group 2, you will always notice one thing about them, and that is their authenticity. They only remind you of them. There's no one else. You can compare people to them, but they are them, and you know them. So being authentic, having authentic and sincere reasons of what you want to do, that's what I'm getting from Spirit. Stop resisting. Stop putting your hands up and saying no. All right? And things can get a lot better for you in that way. Okay? Then this tower moment can pass more quickly. All right? But the more you resist, the longer you stay in this tower moment. Okay, group number 2. And if these messages resonated with you, you may like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. So we're going to put this pile over here. All right, so we're going to get right into group number 3's pile. Group number 3, you chose the angel quartz. So let's see what we have going on for you, group 3. We have time to go. Two of Swords in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm already picking up that this is relationship because we have the man and the woman. So I'm feeling like a lot of you in group 3 are going through relationship troubles already. Okay. Ooh, past loved ones. Wow, that's deep. Standstill. All right, group number 3. So here we have the Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords in reverse. So like I was saying, I'm already feeling like a lot of you in this group are going through relationship troubles. So I'll speak on that aspect first. So because we have the man and the woman here. So for the man, I just feel like and if you're in a relationship struggle right now, it just feels like you're not really able to focus on what it is that you want in the relationship. You may just be under a lot of stress. There may be some struggling going on financially because you're not really tapping into what drives you, what moves you forward. So this could be causing the woman in the relationship to kind of just, you see the blindfolds on her eyes, so she may just kind of just be blocking you out or putting up her guard here. You see how she has the swords up? This is what I'm picking up from spirit. So it may feel like she's guarded and you're just like really stressed out, like how am I gonna reach her because she's got this guard up and she's not listening, she can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? So this is really starting to take its toll on you. And as for the woman, she may be, have her block up and now feels like moving forward, okay? So she may not want to let you go, but it may feel like it's the only option for her in this moment. So it's not really what she wants at all, but she may be feeling a little out of center or off balance because of your stress. So you two have been in a very long relationship. I feel like this might be, for group 3, a relationship that's been going on for a while or years, and it's really beginning to take its toll. That's what I'm feeling like for group 3. If it's not a relationship, if this is just representing something that's going on with your life where you're feeling completely stressed and not driven, and out of balance, and feeling like, yes, I have to release and move forward, but I don't really want to. This group number 3 could have to do with the passing of a relative. So somebody could have recently passed on, or you could be truly missing someone that has passed on to the other side. And this could be affecting your relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, this could be affecting you to the point where you're almost sick. Okay? That's what I'm getting from spirit. It could be that you don't want to, if you're single, let me break it down. If you're single, this could have to do with it where you're just feeling really blocked off from the world and not wanting to face the world. You just really have your blinders on right now. You kind of just want to be to yourself and in seclusion, and you have your guard up, and that's because maybe the person that passed was somebody that you could always talk to, so you might be feeling alone. This could be somebody that you loved very deeply, and now it just kind of feels like, I don't want to move on from that memory. You know what I'm saying? This could be making you sick. This could be blocking you from moving on with your work. This could be really, really causing you stress right now, and not able to focus on the goals or the journey ahead. Okay, it's kind of like you need to take a rest, but you can't. You're weary. You got to keep pushing. If it's a relationship that is struggling from a past loved one, I'm trying to get all angles here because I want messages to resonate for everyone. But if it's a relationship that is being strained now by the passing of a loved one, that could be a huge, when people pass, if it's a child or a parent of the other significant other, that can really start to cause strains on the relationship. And especially if it's a child, because we had all these hopes and dreams, and now the child is gone, and now these resentments begin to come up, or the man becomes stressed because he sees his woman in distress, and now she's got her guard up, you know what I'm saying, and she's not wanting to face anything. She wants to be alone, just get away from me. And he's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling a lot of things for group 3. It could be all 3. So that's why I'm basically trying to break it down from all aspects. So this, and then when I see the time to go oracle pop up, it's really like you're at the crossroads, or it's kind of like there's nothing left here for you in this moment in your life. It's time to move forward. Whether you want to move forward or not, you have to come to some kind of peace with yourself. All right, because you haven't started the next journey yet. You're kind of at a pause here, but there's nothing left for you back here. You know how they say go move forward and don't look back? That's kind of like at the point where you're at, whether in relationship or if this is just single. Okay, and and if this has to do with someone who has passed, that can be very hard to do, to move forward. But even if you do move forward, you got to keep pushing. But it's not like you're forgetting about them. They're with you always, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you go, they're going to go with you. Their energy is going to be with you and guide you as well. A lot of people that pass, especially grandparents or even our children, stay with us and guide us through life. Our grandparents guide us. Okay, our parents, they stay, a lot of times stay, remnants of their energy to continue to guide us, because now when they've passed, they're free to go wherever. They're free to go to other universes. They're free to just go expand their consciousness. It's an awareness. It doesn't die. The energy doesn't die. So it can be everywhere at the same time, because time doesn't exist in the spirit realm, only in this earthly realm. So they can be all in all things at all times, okay? That's what people need to understand. So just because you're pushing on and moving forward doesn't mean that you're going to leave them behind. Or if this has to do with relationship, it may be time, there may be nothing left here. There may be nothing left here that can be fixed, because it can cause one of you to get sick too, because you know stress kills. Stress kills. Worry kills. So it may just be time to look at what you have learned in this period, group 3. Look at the things that you have learned, your life lessons from your trials. And it's time to take that leap. It's time to take that risk and move on, okay? It might be time to let go of one another. This relationship might have just ran its course, because, you know, people, even soulmates, twin flames as a whole, people have their own interpretation. But just to keep it in general for the collective, so then I'm not talking about 10,000 different kinds of relationship patterns. People come into our lives to teach us lessons so that we can get stronger. They're not necessarily, sometimes soulmates come to awaken us to something or to get us started because in the spirit, our higher selves always know what's going on, but our earthly bodies, we're just wanting our fleshly desires, so we can't see the bigger picture. But our higher selves, we have soul contracts with our lovers. Okay, we make soul contracts with them before we come, and so we know in our spiritual bodies, we know what it is that we came here to do. But when we come into our vessels, we kind of just, it's in the back of our subconscious and it needs to be activated. So when we connect with these people, it's like boom, the light bulb comes on. So now the light bulb's on, and it's like, oh gosh, now you're like invading my space, get away from me, you've already done what you're supposed to do, let's stop trying to make something work that's not meant to work. So it's like, boom, now I gotta chop your head off. The lady, the woman, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the man's all beat up over here, like, oh gosh, everything I do is not enough for her. But it's time to part. It's time to part. So don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's if you, group 3, if you're in a relationship. So, and then if you're single too, the same thing can apply for in your life. It's like, when you finally move forward, when you're getting ready to move forward, look back and reflect and bring yourself back into balance. Bring yourself back into balance, okay? Protect your energy, but also think about what it is that you've learned from this situation, okay? And like the saying goes, if you really love someone and you want the best for them, and it has to be, you have to, if the best for them is for you to let them go, then let them go. All right? And you also have the standstill, group 3. So this is basically, it's kind of like, for me, it's confirming this, like you haven't gotten to the next phase of your life yet. You're kind of at a standstill. Sometimes the cards speak metaphorically, or spirit speaks all kinds of things. And sometimes they're pretty just straightforward. Okay? Sometimes, because this is a meditation card as well. But for me, right now in this moment, I'm feeling like it's correlating with this oracle. So I'm not really feeling like a meditation thing, even though that's always good to meditate. I'm kind of feeling like you're right at that bridge, and you see the sun here on the other side, but it's kind of like you hesitate and you at a standstill. But it's okay. You can move forward. You can move forward into the light, into the sun, into a new beginning, and everything's going to be okay. And back here, you've learned all there is to learn. You've gone through all there is to go through at this point, at this phase in your life. And now it's time for you to move forward. And if you've lost someone, moving forward, you're not going to leave them behind. That's the reminder. You won't leave them behind. They're always going to be with you. All right, group number 3. And if your messages have resonated, you can please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope that all of you have received confirmations, enlightenment, guidance, healing with these spirit-led messages. And I wish you all peace and light. And I wish for you all to remember that love in life is eternal. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.